Are we in?
You're in, and let me turn on my thing just in case.
What was I gonna say? Flipping. You know, it's funny. So I was listening to the parents over there, innit, yeah?
Yeah.
And I'm like, a couple of them are quite young. And you know, it's like one of them ones where, you know, you hear your parents say certain things to you when you was young.
Yeah.
And then when you get older, you're the one saying them same things.
Just regurgitating the same things you said that you're never gonna say.
Yeah. If you two don't start playing with each other, we're leaving the park now. I'm saying, yeah, yeah. My
Do you know
mum
what's so
told me
crazy?
that. My mum told me that. My mum told me, "Bed, we're leaving now." We was never leaving.
Yeah. These empty threats.
We was never leaving.
I don't even give my children empty threats. There's no point. When I see them going mad, I'm like, yeah, go mad. Just keep going mad. And then when they ask me for help, I'm like, no, you went mad.
Yeah.
If you never went mad, my mum, the screaming and shouting thing, I can't do it, man. She screamed and shouted and screamed and shouted. I remember saying to her one year, darling, you've been screaming and shouting for about 6 years.
You
and
said that to your
nothing's
mum?
changed. Yeah.
And nothing's changed.
Yeah.
You told her that?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know. But we had that.
I would have got a flick.
No, but I was older at this point.
I would have got a flick. Oh, you're a big man now.
Yeah. I was like a little 20, 21.
Man, used to pinch and twist.
I hate that, you know.
I used to get that regular pinch and twist.
Do you know what?
On the train.
I hate that. Because they try to do it to Zion and Khalifa, and I have to go mad at these.
Who tried to do that?
The other family. Obviously, the Tunisian,
Oh,
there must be the
man.
Tunisian thing. So I see one of the aunties do it. I said to her, if you do that again, darling, I'll show you the Jamaican way.
Right then.
Leave my picnic alone. Chat to them. I'd rather you slap them, but you see the twist and
Yeah.
the little bruise and no.
The pinch and twist is crazy.
No.
Hey, you know what I wanted to bring up actually, yeah?
Mm.
This is a bit of a serious one, kinda.
Come on.
Where do we see like HC in like the streaming era? You know, like right now there's like a lot of streaming going on, a lot of streaming conversations. There's a lot of different types of ways that people are putting out content via streaming.
Mm.
Do you think does HC have a lane in that?
Well, I can't swim. So, it has a lane. It does, you know, Chucks, but because the streaming thing, for me, from a distance, ignorantly looks like shock value
Yeah, it
or
does,
a young
innit?
man's game,
Yeah.
I stay away.
Yeah, because someone I'm really close with, like just like ask just a polite question, innit? Like, where do you see it? And I'm like, I've always just been. I like to just age appropriately.
I like that.
That's always been my thing. So I don't want to play. Anytime I feel like I'm having to play the young man's game, I'm out of it.
I feel like
That's just not my thing.
I feel like you advertise your age very well.
Right.
And I like that. You make it cool to be the age that you are. So if you're in your 30s right now and you see Chuckie, you're like, yeah, this is cool. You don't have to do all what the young men are doing. Look what the 30-year-olds are doing. So I hear it. I feel like we should try and make people understand that every age group has the capacity to be cool for different reasons. Find that reason in that season.
Strongly. Yeah. Yeah. It's just, I don't know, man. It has to be organic.
How do you feel then? Let's open up the conversation. Spread
Well,
the legs.
Strongly.
How do you feel streaming can work? There's always a way.
I don't really, what, for us? I don't really know. I think
I know.
Do you know what I think? This is what I think actually, yeah?
Go on.
We're outside today.
We are.
In order for this to be consistent, we're in England.
I wish we were faced the other way though.
Yeah, I know. I did say that. But because there's kids, that's the only reason.
You don't need to get consent from the kids in the background.
What? You
So
don't-
far away.
So you don't need to get consent from the kids.
That's a wild statement.
do you know what? Should we do it and then ask for forgiveness
Can I
afterwards?
be honest with you? You know on YouTube, yeah?
Yeah.
Love the paintbrush. You have to mention if there's children in your thing, and that messes up.
Oh, yeah, it
AdSense.
does.
Oh, in that
Yeah,
sense.
it does.
Because you know the ones where you see random.
But they're not in it.
They're in the background.
Because you know in the
Right.
streets where man
Sorry.
Go on.
I've just found the
loophole.
yeah. So, isn't there a difference between being in it and in the background?
I haven't done that Google.
Because being in it could be like, are their children on the couch
Pause.
having a conversation with man?
Crazy.
Yeah.
No
But
pity.
if they're in the background, then they're not in it. In it?
Yeah, I hit. I hit that.
Put it this way, yeah, because I've done so many shoots outside. The only people you give consent forms are the people that you have a conversation with. Bear in mind, there's about 50 people that have walked behind you that you've given no consent forms to. So, with that being said, that's the reasons why I said, why would you give any of them consent forms unless they were consciously being displayed on camera, having a conversation, then you got to get their parents' rights to clear what they're saying. These niggas ain't saying that.
I think we should just do it and ask for forgiveness.
The sun's beating this way, so even from a perspective of us filming, it will look visually better. You know that from a lighting perspective.
I did say that last time,
You're
so.
also lit very well. So I'm not concerned about that.
That's fair enough. You can be lit better though. Look at the sun just beating at the back of my neck.
Yeah.
But we're here now. Yeah.
I
for
think
real.
we should ask for forgiveness afterwards.
I mean, bro, this rotation is not difficult. We can just rotate. Yeah.
No, why would we move?
No.
Can't we just spin the sofas and you go over there?
We could do that.
You could take a look at the distance between this and this.
I don't like it, but we could do it. He's right. I hate when he's right, you know.
Moving all of this.
Yeah, I hear it.
I could move.
And then we're going to be closer to the youths. So then it's all mad.
Chuckie trying to go next to
Alright,
the
let's
youth. That's
try.
crazy.
Chuckie, you're so funny, you know?
That's crazy. Alright, cool. Go on, do your rotation. I'll move as well, man.
Yeah, man.
Man said I'm outside. This Sunday.
The only thing that stops me is this ankle, but it hasn't yet. So I've got an ice.
It hasn't stopped. Well, it stopped you one piece.
Although I did, the doctors have they've given up talking to me.
Yeah, so would I, to be honest with you.
Why?
Well, I wouldn't give up. I would just keep reiterating, big man.
Stay in your house.
I would, you know what I would do?
Go on, family.
I would just say, you know what? Really, if you did this and this and this, that will be off by this time. So let's say it will be off by October. But you know what? I'm just putting money on it that's going to be on there until next December.
That
I'll
sounds
just keep
good,
telling you that.
But Chuckie, it's the thing.
And
is,
then
it's-
maybe you would want to prove not just me wrong, yourself wrong, and then just get it over and done with.
So how do I do that, Chuckie, with the job that I have?
Well, you know what? This is the honest conversation about what it's like to be self-employed. You see, when you are self-employed and you are running a business, like Filthy Fellas as well,
Jesus.
it means that you've got to be outside. And if you're not, then at times it can affect the bag. But the problem is, some people will say, all right, cool, but that's all short term. If you mash up yourself for the long term, then you mash up everything for the long term.
It's more the timing of when it happened, remember. It's happened in May, and we got a live show, which has happened now. Very successful. Praise the Lord. We thank God.
Amen.
So the build up until that
Yeah.
just meant me not being at work doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I'm going to kind of have to go through this, make it part of everything, come HC and all of that, so on and so forth. You're just going to have to deal with it, my brother. So, but physio starts from next week. I've got the week off next week. I'm
When
just
I
gonna
did
be
the
at
knee,
home.
man, it was it was tough. I can't even lie to you, it was tough.
What was the hardest part about it? What is the hardest part about it?
This.
When did you get injured? What month?
So the knee thing
Yeah.
was a period of time. Yeah. When I ended up getting the surgery, it was like 29th of June, 2019.
Oh, no.
That
you
summer
got it
was
summer.
Yeah, that summer was it was thriving. And my knee, I couldn't bend my knee in it. So it was mad. I was just in my yard. Now,
How long was recovery?
it took me from the end of June, beginning of July, it took me until the end of August where I could actually start bending my knee.
So realistically, if we're being honest, you didn't really have much of a summer.
No. Do you know, I went to the festival in Gunnersbury. Which one was it? Was it Love Box?
Love box.
It was Love Box. Yeah, I went Love Box. Sat down and that, but then that was a big mistake. I set myself back because then getting the Uber, all of that was mashing up my knee even more. So it was crazy. But
Oh, so I shouldn't go to a festival today then, should I?
I wouldn't go to a festival and stand up. If you could sit down, then you're all right. But I don't know how that's going to look. I don't know how that's going to be. But listen, this is the thing. You see, in this work, in this life, we don't get, what do they call it? Unpaid leave.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist.
That doesn't exist, yeah? There is big stability in having a 9-to-5 job. But there is also some big benefits in being able to work for yourself. Major, massive benefits as well. But some of the downsides on that is things like this.
Especially
if you get sick, it's mad. I've always think, even with R&B and slow jams and that, because of the style the way that the music's being played, if I'm like majorly sick, it's mad.
And that's what I was going to say. It's from a creative standpoint that makes it difficult. It's not like, for example, and this is no disrespect to people that work in a job, for example, Argos. If you can't get someone else that works at the cash desk or what have you, you just employ someone else if that person can't be there. If Chuckie can't DJ, you can't go and get another Chuckie. So now the whole dynamic of our event has completely changed. So that's what makes getting injured in this job very difficult, because there's no direct replacement. There's no like for like. So if you're the lead of the company, it's like, can't put everything on pause. There's people to pay. It's just it's a big
100%.
responsibility. So
100%.
yeah, man. But there's people with bigger problems. So who cares?
Yeah, exactly. Did you put a thing out on a thing? We'll go to that in a bit. So, the internet. I don't know if you saw this. This may not necessarily be a big conversation.
Did you put out the thing on the thing and get the thing?
He knows. He knows.
But
exactly
that's what it's so lit.
Yeah.
You get it.
I'm a real thing man, you know.
Me too.
I'm a proper thingy guy.
It's because we're so bad at articulating.
Yeah, but then people compliment me for the way that I articulate myself, and sometimes I'm so bad at it.
Nah, but overall, you're superb.
Yeah, I
You're
just think it's
sensational.
just depending on who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm on.
Yeah.
So I don't have to do all of that really. I'm just go straight to my default.
Yeah.
Yo, have you done the thing with the thing? Like, is it ready? Are you good? Boom. So the internet, I was on the internet,
What are they saying?
and Black America was talking,
Oh, wow.
right? They was upset.
That's unlike them.
So they were saying that they felt like the reason why Tyla, the South African gal who sang Water, the reason why she hasn't sold as much as she has this time around is because they're upset.
I agree.
And they are saying that, what was it they were saying? Yeah, this time around she's only sold 4,000 copies of her music because she referred to herself as a coloured gal.
I mean, the internet speaks. Sometimes we listen. First question I want to ask, is it good?
Yes,
So can we start there?
right.
It's good music.
I didn't even know that it only sold 4,000 until I went on the internet.
So it's good music that she's put out, and credit to her. I like good music being put into the situation. I think Tyla's image is very confusing. I think Tyla's contributions outside of making music are very confusing. And I think I don't have a single clue what a Tyla fan looks like. And that's all because of that wonderful, wonderful thing God gave us. Water.
Right. I agree. I think that she had a viral hit,
Yeah.
and that in that, when you have a viral hit, you need to have some type of smarts to be able to ride that wave. Now, I don't know how you do that because I don't work within the industry, but I think that you do need to have some smarts within that. But I will say this though.
Gotcha.
I thought that the Black Americans that heard her describe herself as coloured, I could understand exactly why they just thought that was mad.
Go on.
But here's my thing.
What's your thing?
You see when Black Americans, this is just, I'm not going to say all of them because
Just
I'm
some
a
of
big
them.
man.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah? When I see a portion or a percentage of Black Americans talking about people that are outside of America using the N-word, nigger, they find it very cringy. They always say on the internet it's cringy.
I get that.
Another percentage of them says that, because if you ever ask them, well then why do you use it anyway? Like, why do you use it? A percentage of them says, listen, it's for us to figure out, it's our thing, like, stay out of our business. I've seen that quite a lot. And I'm like, all right,
Fair enough.
fair enough. So what's interesting to me is, I'm just actually kind of surprised why and how a portion of that percentage is really opinionated about the way that South Africans use the word coloured.
I think it's because it's their contributions to raising the profile of the young lady.
Okay, let me get to that bit, because
I do
I
apologise.
kind of in some way disagree with that, yeah. But what I will say is that the reason why that's interesting to me is because when I went onto the internet and I saw all of this, the discourse from a percentage of the BAs, I was like, it's coming off a little bit like you feel like you're the leader of blackness, and that your black experience is more important than anyone else's black experience. They ain't said it. I'm just going by the trail of
feel.
things that I see from the BAs when it comes to talking about certain things within blackness.
I hear it.
Yeah. Now, when I went on the internet, when I listened to the project, as I said, I didn't really know what it had sold. I just heard I heard the song with Wizkids and I thought, yeah, this tune's all right, you know. There's 4 songs on the EP. 3 of the songs is good. 1 of them I didn't like. I can't remember the names of them. It just is what it is, isn't it? Yeah. So I didn't know how much it sold. But also what I would say was kind of interesting to me is that they are essentially saying that the reason why she only sold 4,000 was based upon the fact that they're upset, and not anything to really do with the fact that it could be the nuances of the music industry, the fact that she had a viral hit, and that it's actually very difficult to have a hit anyway. So to have a hit and then follow that hit, especially if you, with what you said, don't really have that much of an identity in terms of fan base and a core fan base and all of that, because respectfully, I don't know what Tyla's core fan base looks like. I don't know what her fan looks like. I don't know what that looks like. So if you've got a core fan base of people, then I can see how you can use that to get the next one, because you're feeding them and they're the ones who set in the pace and whatever else, yeah. But ultimately, she's only sold 4 because they're upset. I don't know if I agree with that.
I mean, this is why I kind of agree with it.
Go for it.
Now, this young lady called Tyla with an A,
Yes.
when she came out talking about water, the experience confused me, as I wasn't aware of what she was actually singing because of the way she was presented, and it's quite slim, got a similar figure to me, so I'm not that interested. And it's really singy. My mum sung it. It was quite innocent. Now, she's South African. There's no way for me to get an entry point to her social life because I'm not interested, no disrespect, on what's happening in South Africa day to day. I'm sure it's interesting. I'm sure it's wonderful. But genuinely with me, I never go, oh, Johannesburg, what's up today?
Yeah, we're dancing the yard.
Huh?
We're dancing the yard.
We're dancing the yard. We want to see what's happening in Jamaica, but we also want to see what's happening in America. I do personally. And she went to America. And I just think it's less of what she said then, why they're upset. But if you take a look at the way she has a lack of connectivity to that part of the world, I think they've kind of been peed off with her for a while. And
Right.
that's because a large proportion, this is just an assumption, a large proportion of the black people in America are probably going to relate to things that they see consistently within their environments. And that type of, what's come across to me, privileged coloured woman is how she comes across. It's not what Black America's gonna resonate with. You're talking about a group of people that when Scarface bombed in the cinema, they all bought it on VHS because it was a story that gravitated towards them. That broke guy who come from nothing and made something. Tyla's come over here, and the way she asked people to hold her stuff, can you hold this for me? She moves like she's Mariah Carey, and that's quite scary.
She might be.
She might be. She's over.
Listen, I think there's a whole bunch of different arguments that you could have within that, and I do actually believe that a lot of the arguments are interesting and valid arguments. I do believe that, and from that premise, even from some of the things that I saw being said on the internet, I get why some people were saying that, because even for me, I'm like, yeah, it sounds a bit mad. It's just interesting that, like, sometimes when you turn the lens the other way and you start pointing it this way,
it's a
and
bit
you start
more
asking,
No, I hear where you're coming from, but
then it's like, oh, wait, hold on a minute. So basically, we're not allowed to question you on that, but you're allowed to question the way that they do things over there.
But she's not doing it over there. That's my point.
What do you
Tyla's
mean?
in America. If Tyla was going with her thing in South Africa, no one can't tell her nothing. They can't tell Burna Boy nothing. He's just in Yard, Africa. Yard, Africa. I go America, do a little show, back to Yard, Africa. Wizkid, Yard, Africa. Might go little London, go America, but Yard, Africa. When you're going America, and most of your PR outside of music is coming through there, now they can tell you something. And they're saying to you, well, we don't mind sharing you, but you see, this, that have to change. Otherwise, we don't want to share you no more. And essentially, I don't think that's a problem. And if you do, go back to South Africa, Cape Town, apartheid. Come on, do your thing over there.
Apartheid? No, but you know what, though? That's not entirely true, though, because she's just gone over there to promote music the same way that Burna Boy has done, the same way that Wiz has done. Because you know what it is? That song, Water, was a big rhythm before it touched America.
So why do you do all your promo mostly there?
She did all her promo here as well. She did it all over, but
because a lot of.
But this is just a phase. We're going to be outside in the cold.
Oh my God, I can't wait for them, man.
Yeah, boom. Sorry. Do you remember what he was going to say?
Yeah.
You were just essentially saying about, like, the promo that you've been seeing has been based in America. Yeah.
Yeah, we good to go? So what I was saying previously, if I've now got my glasses up and they were down before, we just had a little minor error. Don't worry, ignore it.
Use your mic.
Don't worry, ignore it. Now, so what we were saying about Tyla is, and this is obviously primarily due to what I watch. I watch a lot of American media. I saw a lot of Tyla's stuff that went viral with her personality was based in America. And what I saw, I'm not saying it's enough to say, oh my God, I don't like the girl, but it doesn't make you like her anymore when you're seeing her saying, if you're not getting me a Chanel bag, we can't be together, or what. I'm obviously paraphrasing, but it was along them types of lines. I'm just like, Tyla, darling, you've been here for 5 minutes and you're asking a guy for a Chanel bag. You're a multi-millionaire. I get why the gal in Miami are asking for that, with the ones that are on my... I get why the gal in my hood are saying that, because they ain't got no money, so if you ain't getting them a yacht and all of that, that's where that comes from. It doesn't come from the rich girl. It doesn't come from her. It comes from where we are.
How do you know she's rich, though?
Chuckie, after the life I've lived, I can make an educated assumption, and I probably am not going to be wrong there. Do you know what I mean? So, but that's just my opinion, shared by a couple of Americans.
Yeah, fair. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think there's a lot of conversations to be had. That was all I was kind of bringing that up for.
But shout Tyla out for bringing out good music. Can we? Just
she does do that.
Can we just thank her for that?
She does do that.
Keep bringing out good, consistent music. But unfortunately, we were at a day and age where your personality, and it's always been like this. I can say when I was younger, I just couldn't see it much. But when a song went really, really big on the radio and all of that, we never really knew what they looked like if you were from where we were. But that's how pop acts are. They just have big songs, and then after a while, you know their name. When it comes to the rap acts and even some of the soul acts that are from where we're from, you hear so much anticipation about them before they drop, or you know about them some other way, that they've got a bit of a core before they have that drop, that first commercial. I've never heard Tyla before Water.
Yeah, but this is the thing, yeah. It's not uncommon for somebody to have a hit record, then the business starts to see the
value
where the stats are sort of leaning towards as well. So she would have done this part here. I can't say for an absolute fact, but just playing the record and how I've seen it is that this record started bubbling up from where she was from, which then started to get a big traction over here in the UK, and especially black UK.
Yeah.
And then that went into commercial culture, which then went into Europe. It ended up being that. Obviously now you've got the DSPs with all of that stuff. So then this can go into different playlists, whatever. It's reached America, Australia, all those places. So they're going over there to go and break America, which all the business always seem to, because they see like America is obviously the mecca to a lot of them. So they think, all right, cool, let's go over to America and break it. The problem is obviously sometimes when you go over there, you get asked certain types of questions. If you don't answer them a certain type of way, you can come off a little bit mad, all of that. But with all of that being said, though, just as a young little fact check, the 4,000 is actually 4,000 in America, and they're 4,000 physicals. Physicals meaning not the CDs, but it means what I do as I'm an old guy. I go onto iTunes and I actually buy the thing, so it's counted as that, which most people don't really do these days. Nope. Anyway, most people don't really do that. And in regards to streaming and charting and all of that, it always helps when you've got a full body of work, because when some of that's being counted, all of these streams are being counted as almost one thing. Whereas if you've only got 4, the streaming and the chart stuff doesn't work the same way. It kind of goes against you if you are trying to count it the same way. So yeah, with that aside, big up Asco.
Do you know, going back though, I think, sorry to go back to it, but you did say something that really even emphasizes my argument, is that Break America thing. That's your fault now. If you didn't value that place so much, and if you didn't try and break America with water, they have water over there, it's a lot.
You're an idiot.
And I just think
some
if...
places,
Huh?
Michigan's still struggling.
Are they still struggling?
With water?
I'd like to
How do you know
apologise.
that?
Not everywhere in America has water. Some
How
people...
do you know that?
How do I know that?
Yeah.
They're still protesting about it.
Is it? I didn't even know that.
All right, so I apologise there. Thank you for that fact check, because then, you know... So, yeah, not everywhere in America has water, so maybe Tyler done the right thing. Thank you for bringing water.
No, she should have gone.
Yeah, obviously, look, you can't begrudge people for trying to break certain places. That's it, innit?
But shouldn't you break it with a bit more of a fan base, like you said? If she had a bit more of a core, which she could have definitely developed, because more people would have understood her in South Africa, maybe even in England. If she developed a more of a core and then went to the States, then she wouldn't be trying to get like big awards for one song. I just felt like there was too much attention about water and her aesthetics. And the song was big, but I just felt like, my lord, like all of this, you're kind of building it up to destroy it quite early. I felt like if there was a strong follow-up, we would have heard it, but I just felt like they just extended it, made a remix, kept doing all of that, and eventually America was just like, nah.
Okay, well then here's one then.
Go on, family.
If you have such a big hit,
Yeah.
is the wise thing to try to follow it
So what?
with another big one?
Excuse me, everyone. I believe so, yeah. In terms of music, I don't think you're just going to make one song, unless you're Lauryn Hill, do what you want. But if you plan to be here for longer than 5 minutes, I would say we should start focusing on phase 4. Let's make sure we know where phase 4 is. Right now, they had phase 1. I don't anticipate they thought it was going to get so big, and they just tried to exhaust that phase. And then the moment you tell somebody else, if I say Tyla, I just think water. I don't think anything else. And she's had my attention for a long period of time, and she could have given me something else. And maybe her core fan base immediately now, all 4,000 of them, maybe they can name some more songs.
She's got to push to start.
Huh?
Push to start. It's hard.
Push to start. There we go. You're part of the 4,000. So there's definitely another person that knows
No,
another
man,
song.
you know push to start, bro. I'm playing it for you now.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
Thank you,
bless
man.
you.
Right to be nosy.
He has no right to be nosy, no, sir. But do you know what I mean, Chucks? I just think maybe go over there with a bit more of a...
You know
You know
this
what I'm saying?
rhythm.
Look at it like this, everyone at home. If Tyla was coming from one council estate to fight other people, she just went there with one person and jumped in the car to push the start. What's that? No, Chuckie.
You don't know this rhythm? Well, there's a big rhythm, you know.
I'm not suggesting it's not. I'm saying I just don't know it. That's all right.
Yeah, he is suggesting it's not because he doesn't know it.
I'm not. See, what did I say about you?
Nah, she's got some rhythms. I'm not even.
I'm not
gonna lie.
suggesting she don't, but I said if I say Tyla,
I know you're
Tyla
not
to
saying that,
5
but-
people right now who know her, and said what's the first thing that comes to mind, I imagine 3 to 4 out of the 5 would say water.
Yeah, man.
So
Yeah,
I'm-
that's not. Oh, you can't weaponize that. Can
I'm
you?
on. If you've been here for a little
Can
period
ya?
of time, because Vibes Cartel.
No, you can't do that.
Nah, that's not fair. That's not fair.
And to be honest with you, Vibes Cartel don't have a big rhythm out right now.
He don't need one.
Doesn't
Yeah, it's
He
true.
made Fever in prison. You can just chill out for the rest of your life.
Hey, do you know what? Maybe I shouldn't say this. I'll think about how I feel about this afterwards. But I listened to them voice notes again the other day, though.
What ones?
The Vibes Cartel ones.
What, the shoebox?
Are we leaving that one at the door?
I just think
That's what you got.
it's what I will say about yesterday. If today you're proving you want to be a better person to create a different tomorrow, then the only person that's got an issue with that is me. So if he's left it in yesterday and changed his whole life, and now we've listened to it and we feel different, it's just like, Keezer, you're about 15 years too late.
Boy, I just listened to them again and I said, yo. I said, yo.
100%. I don't think they're the most nice things to listen to, but I just think he's a bit of a different person, Chuckie. We should move on. Buju Banton doesn't really do dancehall no more. We should move on. We should move on.
Driver.
Don't stop at all.
Right then. Hey, did you go to Big Smoke?
I couldn't get down there, my ankle.
Oh, man, they look good, man. There's one clip that's been
Fred
floating
again.
around here. I swear I've watched this clip about...
Hey, your drink, your drink.
I've watched this clip
A million times.
countless times.
I hear you.
Countless times. The one where Jamie's barring off.
Yeah, Fred again. Fred
Yeah,
again.
yeah,
JME,
yeah,
and
with Fred
Skepta's
again.
Ad-libbing.
Yeah,
But
it's
that's
cold.
Skepta's ad-libbing. JME on a Fred again.
And there's a moment as well, yeah, was cold. It's how you know Skepta's a DJ as well. So, like, Jamie's barring off. Fred again's just doing his thing, whatever, yeah. Then the song, there's a part in the tune where it kind of like, you know, it goes, it just dips a little bit.
Yeah.
Fred again's doing something, and then like, then immediately Skep's like, yeah, I know what's gonna happen. It's about to drop again soon. He's looking at it, yeah. Then the tune drops again, and he's going mad.
I don't know what that guy's saying. That tune is so cold. Fred again and Skepta are really, really, really good together.
Yeah, I didn't foresee that, but it looks together. Their thing is crazy. It just works perfectly.
Do you know what? The reason why I love Way Better Know is they epitomise community in their own capacity. So it's like once you make music for people and not for yourself, you don't even know who you could attract. So we don't even know what Fred again looked like in a past life. When you see them pictures when he was younger, he might have been a person that you would go definitely would work with them. But as you get older, you kind of conform into the way you want to look. And yeah, I never saw Fred again and Skepta together. But then when you see them together, the synergy is should have happened time ago.
Yeah. And in essence, on paper, in some ways, it does make sense because
That's true.
but that like he is firmly within the electronic sound.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? In his production, I'm talking about Skepta here.
Yes.
In his production, all of that, and Fred, like a lot of his production as well, has a certain element of grit in it. So when you put it together, this is what you get. And it's weird because Fred again will do that. He would have done that same set in anywhere in the world and not necessarily had MCs. It would have just been going off the way that it did. But when you put them together, it makes sense with the barras as well. And then that rhythm with
One sec.
D double.
What?
Helicopter. That rhythm with D double. I don't know what that one is, but that thing there sounds crazy.
Do you know what though? It's like I guess when you look at it from a very meticulous eye, then you'll have a whole different viewpoint because you could take a look at our culture and go, Taser Chuckie, and not know why it's gonna work. But when you take a look at Taser and Chuckie beforehand, it's two individuals that through parties and when they done content, both appealed to a female demographic, a large female demographic. So you throw them in and you make R&B, global baby.
Global, baby. But what I will say is like, even on, I know we talk about Skep a lot, yeah, but that weekend, even though I didn't go to that festival, I think it's just another example of somebody who's actually in some way looking left and right, and there just isn't anyone like this guy. Like, who can have a festival, one day he's doing the grime stuff, going mad, and then the next day he's doing the house stuff, and it all just makes sense. One day he's just on the MCing thing.
Yeah.
Then the next day he's gone back to do the DJ thing. He's headlining that. Well, basically, pretty much. Even though Fred again was after him, still doesn't matter. It's his thing. Everyone knows whose it is. You know what I mean? It's like there isn't anyone else that could do some shit like that.
But it's good the fact that he's showing that people can do stuff like that. So
Absolutely,
the next generation,
100%.
All I saw is
You can't be pigeonholed if you don't want to be.
when I see Mass Tiempo, I just think R&B Slow Jams Festival. I just think there's so many other things that I see that are happening. Nines has made a festival now for artists. M Huncho had a festival abroad last year. Like, it is very inspiring when you see these things, because when you take a look at your phone book and your contacts, and then you take a look at what you have accessible in terms of like brands and all of that, you take a look at what a festival's doing, you're like, why can't I do it? The difference between me and them is that they got a name and they have financial power behind them, backing. You get financial backing behind you, you also have a name. Why can't you do it? And Skepta's showing that. Last year, Mass Tiempo, I think, had like a small little stage. It had its whole day, like a whole day dedicated to them.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
credit to the work that Jamins, Jammer, and Skepta have done this year, from going Miami to be promoting it out in, what's that festival that happens in Miami?
Is it EDC?
Not the EDC festival, sorry. There's Art Basel.
Oh,
I remember
yeah,
them
yeah.
in Art Basel last year, and Skeppy talking about it, and then going out Ibiza, and the work that them lot have done just to bring it to the house, directly to people in house. They brought it directly to their doorstep. When they threw the festival the other day, I imagine there was people from Poland, Czech Republic,
Yeah, bare people from all over the place.
because he's brought the product to them. So it's inspiring, boy. Skepta is very, very. You know how I feel about Skepta,
Yeah.
boy, but I know anyway. And JME is very,
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
inspiring.
Yeah, big up JME. Hey, big up Asco. Asco is outside musically. I have not listened to the project properly, but I'll tell you what I have done. I have absolutely battered the intro. When I was on my way here, I thought, you know what? Let me just put on Asco while I'm on the way here. Let me see if I can get through certain songs. See me, I'm a man, yeah. If there's a lyric, a beat change, or I'm rewinding it. I'm rewinding it. That there, for me, Asco fits into like my default type of rap. It's what I like. It's what I like. And also, do you know what I like about it as well, yeah? Which is in somewhat unfortunate, but I just believe every word.
Yeah.
Everything he's saying, I believe it.
That's not unfortunate, by the way.
Yeah, because some of the stuff that I believe he's saying is unfortunate stuff that's happened.
But he's here.
Yeah, but some other people ain't.
That's life. It's horrible, but you know what it is? As long as there's one man here to tell the tale, we're winning, you know? Imagine there was no one here to tell the tale of walking through that desert with Jesus, Moses, and someone told the tale. So Asco's telling the tale. It keeps that whole team alive, man. Shout out them, man.
Big up Asco.
He's-
He's going to obviously have to deal with the police
Oh, sugar.
because they've cancelled his London show. Not
What?
surprised though. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When?
The other day he went online the other day and just said, yeah, look, sorry, I can't. He just said they've cancelled my London show.
I thought all of
He's
that's
still-
a thing of the past, my G.
Nah.
When did they come back?
Yeah, what they don't do anymore is a 696 form.
So what form is this?
There isn't a form.
So how did they inform?
Intelligence.
You're still on probation.
Intelligence. Huh?
You're still on probation.
I'm not sure. No, but hold on a minute. That might be an irrelevant question based upon the fact that, let's say he does have probation, he would have some terms in his probation, right?
Yeah.
So he would know his terms in his probation. So if the terms in his probation was that he couldn't do a show, he wouldn't have announced the show.
Sure.
So he's announced the show because he feels he can do a show, and they've told him he can't do the show. He can do the Birmingham one and the Manchester one, I think. He can do those ones so far, but they're not allowing him to do the London show. So yeah, the 696 form doesn't exist anymore. For people who don't know, at one point in time there was a form as a promoter that you had to fill out. In that form, you had to say the DJs the venue, the DJs that you were booking. You had to send that form off, and then they would come back and they would tell you if it was high risk or low risk. If it was low risk, you could do it. If it was high risk, you couldn't. I was a victim of that that form because at one time I had DJ'd at an event. There was an incident that happened at that event. So for a period of time, anytime a promoter tried to book me, it would come up as high risk. I didn't have nothing to do with this altercation. Nobody didn't die. No one didn't get stabbed or anything like that. It was just a big unfortunate situation that had happened, and now I was marked as being high risk. And so they were doing that also with artists. They got rid of that because there was a claim to say that it was what do you call it? It was like a discrimination.
100%.
Yeah, because they weren't doing those for house events and all of this type of stuff. Everything would always come back high. Everything would always come back low risk, even though there's a bag of drugs and everyone's their jaws going this way and people are dead and all them type of thing there. It was only really happening with us. Now what they do is they just say, we have intelligence that there's going to be gang stuff there, and for that, can't happen.
I don't believe they have intelligence as well, Chuckie. I saw a video the other day of a guy on a bike and a police officer chasing him. And the boy slowed down every so often, waited for the police officer to get closer, and drove off again. I didn't think that was an intelligent move from the police officer, so... Shout out Asco though, man. They can't stop you forever. They tried to stop gigs, they just couldn't stop him forever. And I believe Asco to be the same. If you're watching this on a Sunday, then I would like to let you know Asco will be forwarding on the pod tomorrow. And that is Filthy Fellas. So you can
Big
see Asco
up.
on Filthy Fellas. Yes. And if you're watching this on any other day, just go over to Filthy Fellas to watch Asco on Filthy Fellas.
Talking of Filthy, the live show just happened.
Incredible.
How was it?
Chuckie, to be honest with you, I think, and I found out afterwards, I've been very stressed. I found out afterwards, Chucks, I just didn't want to let the boys down. That's all it was. I didn't want the boys to have a night after the year that we've had and where they've tried to fight towards getting to a common goal, and I didn't want the night to not epitomise the fight. So once at the end of the night, I saw how galvanised the boys were from the crowd and all of that, then the job was done for me. Do you know what I'm saying? But before then, Jesus Christ, and on my left breast, man.
Yeah, it's a lot, man.
It was too much, man. I don't know how you lot be doing that with R&B.
This is why I said to you, listen, like I wanted to congratulate you on a private one, but even here, man, like I trust me when I tell you, yeah, it is not easy to get people to leave their yard midweek, pay money, and to watch something that ultimately they don't necessarily know what they're getting.
At all.
They don't know what they're getting. It's really, really difficult to do that. And then on top of that, you've got to account for so many different things because you are going to say, all right, we're going to do this and we're going to do that and we're going to have this person and we're going to have that person. Yeah. And then what happens? You have an obstacle here. You have an obstacle there. This person that can't show up. This one's got a discrepancy. This one forgets that at home. There's bare things going on.
Chuckie, I've gone on the radio, giving it the big one. Yeah, Jermaine Genius hosting Filthy, oi oi Savaloy. Day and a half before, poet, I can't do it. I said, what? You leaving? You still in the country? He couldn't do it. I said, blood clot. So shout out Craig Mitch. He was always going to do it, but it was going to be a little duo act, you know what I'm saying? But Mitch more than held
That's racist.
Huh?
That's racist.
I mean, no, it's just Timberlands, isn't it? They're pretty popular now. Me.
Craig done his thing, I can't lie.
He done his thing, bro.
Craig's a really good host.
Of course. It's easy for him.
How
So,
many animals did he kill for that outfit, though?
fam, how many people killed him on stage for that outfit?
Oh, did he
Steve getting murdered.
What was he wearing? Tell me.
Do you know when you know you're having, not a howler, but when people are onto you the way you're dressing? When they just point it out for no reason. So, like, say we were sitting down and then EA just went, all right, poet, in your camo shorts. It's like, what's wrong with them?
Yeah.
So man just kept pointing out the shirt. What was it, like a silk shirt?
Bro, he had a velvet shirt and leather shorts.
Is that why? So is that why he took it off? Because I swear when I saw,
Wearing a vest by the end of it.
You knew he was always going to show the vest, though. Come on, he's going gym now, so.
Yeah, hundo.
Yeah, I only saw. Yeah, I saw clips of him wearing a vest. But yeah, I didn't see that stuff.
And you done your thing. I was a bit sad that you weren't on stage as much, to be honest.
Do you know what was the EA like?
Talking the thing, by the way.
No, you can hear me.
The only problem with EA was, and I've just noticed it, a little bit of self-development. When you do so much behind the scenes, you can't be in front of the camera as well. Like certain times I don't even want to come here because I'm like, oh, forward here. Because the amount of stress and like my phone will ring sometimes during the show and it's work and I've got to attend to it, but I'm on camera. So it's like just for a little while I had to make a choice for it's all about the show, man. Everything's about the show. It's about the badge, man. Whatever's best for the badge, whatever that's the best to do, then. And if I have the luxury of not being in Filthy Fellas in order to help it a little bit more, I wanted to be on stage more, trust me. I want to be in the show more. But there is no one to take my position off the strength of what's happened, so...
I think that's growth, man. I actually think that's growth.
It's great.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, from a fan's perspective, naturally, people are always going to want to see you and hear what you've got to say. But you're running a business. This means everything. So sometimes in that moment, yeah, you've got people that come on and play certain positions or whatever, and you've got to do the best that you can do to get the best out of them and make it comfortable for them and make it comfortable for the people who don't even realise that there's a whole works going on to make it comfortable for them. And sometimes you just have to, you got to get that done.
And it's I think the only thing that I've found difficult again is working with my friends. I find it difficult.
Why?
Well, the past 4 years, I don't think I've had the confidence to say certain things, whereas now I just don't care anymore. I find it difficult working with my friends because of ego sometimes, isn't it? Like, I'm going to tell you something that is actually right, and then, how are you going to look at me? Are you going to judge me based upon what comments say? Like, how are we going to get past this? Because I just want progression. I just want to move something forward.
Yeah.
And I think there's too many layers to how people see me. So then when I give an instruction occasionally, instead of just taking the instruction for what it is within the environment that we are so we can progress, it's met with, someone might have said this about Poet and he done this the other day. I can't work within that. It doesn't sound like progress to me. It just sounds like problems. So we just got to move forward.
So now you've pushed that aside now, though.
What's that? Oh yeah, no one's really on that, to be fair. For all we fellas, they're all just, let's just move forward.
Yeah.
But for a while, that was the most difficult thing, because it's almost like I'm being challenged on trying to help you because of the way you view me. And then I try to let people know, lads, your lenses are the problem. My history speaks for itself. Your present day speaks for itself. You've only come to these thoughts today. And if you've concluded these thoughts that you've come to today about my character, then we shouldn't be friends.
Yeah.
And before you know it, everyone realizes, what the hell? What the helly?
What the helly?
What the helly berry? And then before you know it, Hackney Empire, smash the show, go on.
God.
And, keep your head on a pillow with no gal. That was my life.
It is. Do you know what? That's the thing, though. Sometimes after having an event like that, going through all of that, there is something really nice about going home with somebody. Just somebody that's in the bed. The bed's already warm. You jump in the bed. You get in there. You cuddle. You go sleep.
What? Brother, you think I'm joking? You see what you said at the end? Sometimes that's the vibe.
Yeah, I don't want to, after one of them, I don't want to chop, I just want to get in the bed and I just want to just cuddle and go sleep. The bed's already warm. That's the one, the bed already being warm. That's what I like.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I always want to chop. It's just whether the body can allow me sometimes. But I can say I'm not on it. Actually, no, recently I'm just not on it sometimes. Yeah,
That's probably the only, I'm not a morning chopper, isn't it?
What?
Not really.
It might be the best one.
I know everyone says that. I don't know about that. But that's the time when I would. Based upon the fact that when I've come home, my bed's already warm, just done a show, I'm already emotionally exhausted. I want to get into bed, cuddle. When I wake up, then I'm ready to start getting into the slam dunking. But usually, I'm a nighttime slam dunkers.
Serious?
Yeah, man, that's me. When I wake up in the morning, I just want to just cuddle a little bit, get up, brush my teeth, and go and do what I'm doing. Now, look, don't get it twisted. I'll do what I do for the community. But I'm not like bouncing off the walls, happy about it.
No, I'm excited, I remember the time there was this one girl I used to see. I used to just leave the keys on the doorstep and just go to my bed. And when I wake up in the morning, it come like Christmas, dog. I'm like, what?
Christmas.
Well, bum, big like Bob Marley's funeral. I'm inside. I'm loving it. So yeah, man, them days are done now, though. Very much done.
What is the people I'm saying? By the way, I don't know if anyone's wedding ring is going to be good enough now.
Well, after the
What?
Yeah.
After the who?
Ronaldo. The internet is basically saying, yo, you see, when you get on one knee, I need half of that ring. I need half of that. Not that one, because obviously he's a trillionaire.
That's crazy.
But you're going to have to figure it out and get me the big one. Well, you're giving me some tiny, incy-wincy diamond.
Do you know what I've realised? The internet says too much.
Trust me.
So my next gal can't be on the internet.
Strongly.
I'm going to find something in real life, man.
To bits.
A gal wants me to get the same ring as Cristiano Ronaldo.
Now half.
Chuckie, that ring looked like Zion and Khalifa were sitting on her finger.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's mad. It's mad. I felt like I could touch it. It would, fam, how did it look 3D in a normal picture?
I know, innit?
That ring was, I remember looking at it thinking,
This is insane.
you might give me 3 lifetimes, I might not be able to do that.
I hear that still.
Like, I'm good at my job,
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm as good at my job as Cristiano. In fact, I know I'm not as good as at my job as
Yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo is at his. So
Yeah.
that ring
would be
ain't
that
part
would
of the
give you the
package.
ability to be able to get something like that.
The ring ain't part of the package in my life, man. But I'll phone you. So what's the internet saying?
You see marriage yet?
Do you know what, Chucks?
I ask Poet this question every once in a while because I know each time I get a different answer.
Of course. This week I'm reading a book.
Is it?
Yeah. This book's called The Creative Act and Way of Being by Rick Rubin.
Oh, okay. Big up Rick Rubin.
It's a book that I spoke about once on this pod. I've tweeted twice about it, and I think I've done an Instagram post. And a girl noticed all of that and got me the book.
Strongly. I like that.
I proper like that. So we've been chatting. But
That's the way to the heart, isn't it?
nah, man. 'Cause
Nah.
Otherwise we would all be Christians and Muslims. They have great books. And
Nah,
they're
but-
introduced to us by people.
I'm talking
and
about
we
the
neglect them.
gesture.
The gesture happens there as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Y'all are giving man them Bible and But no, on a serious note, I will try.
With her.
I mean, I don't know what trying looks like, but
You do. You do.
I don't know, Chucks, man. Who knows?
Go for it, EA.
All right. First question is from Janae Louise. She says, which guest would you have on the couch again?
JME.
Who would I have? Jamie was incredible. Gigs. I think there's so much
Yeah,
time
that's
from the
true.
last time we spoke to Gigs. There's
Yeah.
so much to talk about. We spoke to him at a time when he had just dropped a project and he had collaborations like with 2 Chainz, and now the amount of collaborations he's done since then. It'd be really interesting to see.
I need to go back and listen to that verse today and see how I feel again.
I like that.
Yeah.
And we should
A
talk
little
about
bit of time has gone by now. Let me hear it again differently. By the way, just for people who don't know, one of the reasons why Gigs was on the couch was because we had a conversation about, was it the Landlord album? I think it was, right?
Ultimate Gangster was on.
It was Ultimate, what?
The song was Ultimate Gangster.
Ultimate
2
Gangster,
Chainz. I don't
that's
think
it.
it was warm up to them, I think.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, it was. And you loved the verse. And then I said, I don't know if I
Love
really love it like that. And then you were playing it, and I just wasn't really there with it. And he wasn't really loving that.
So he forwarded.
Yeah.
No.
The story behind that is funny, but I'm not going to tell it again.
No? Okay, cool. Because when I heard how he wanted to meet,
Yeah, it was mad.
I became a
I rang
vegetarian.
Poet. I was like, yo, I just got this phone call. He's like, what?
No, sir. We need witness. No, sir.
Hey, that
You
is
want
hilarious.
me where? Where? 4 seasons?
4 seasons on a gangster thing.
4 seasons.
But yeah, man.
I might not see 4 seasons again.
Jamie and Gigs.
Cool. Joey GB88 says, Dream Festival, 3 acts per day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
What, as headliners?
Yes, your 3 acts for Friday.
As my dream festival.
Your dream Chuckie Festival.
So who would headline?
Who would headline on Friday? Who would headline on Saturday? Who would headline on Sunday? And you as well.
Okay. Beres Hammond on Sunday.
Yes.
Saturday, I would have. Do you know what? Maybe this is recency bias. I think I would, and I know it's probably not going to be the same, but I would want to experience it anyway. I'll probably have Fred again and Boy Better Know. Friday, I probably would go for, what singer would I go for? I'd probably go for, at this moment in time, maybe Summer Walker.
No Kate Trinada?
Kate Trinada I'd have co-headlining on Saturday.
He dropped
Electronic. Oh yes. Oh yeah, he did. But is it, the thing is there, because he dropped, sorry, bro. He dropped a Space Invader, yeah? Which is like, Space Invader is Kate Trinada's sound when he's not doing his big shows. Okay. So you know, like when he does like a one-away book, see, like he does Brixton Academy, then he'll go and do Soho House. Space Invader is more what he would play when it's like he's trying out stuff. Okay. So I'm curious to see what this album, like big records with singers and that, or is it just production that is? Do you know what I mean?
I didn't see many features.
Anyway, Yes, bro.
Headliners, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We already know who's on Saturday, so we can do Friday, Sunday.
On Friday, I think it's good to end the week. Chucky's already said it, but I believe I'll say it as well. I would like to see a North London set. So it'd be Skepta, Boy Better Know, but we'll throw Chip in there as well.
Strongly.
We'll throw Scorcher. Big man, that's all crazy. I just heard something creeping behind me. It was a football.
All right, you have to blur out faces now.
Yeah, blur out the face.
You can take your ball.
You don't know my G. Yes.
Oh, Russ. Yeah, you have
It's
to
all
blur
getting
out.
a
You
bit.
have to blow out.
It's a bit.
blur
You
out
know what I'm
things.
saying? This ain't Never Neverland. They.
So now they want to start kickball in front of the kids are funny though. Now there's the next one. Watch.
I know.
Mad cute though.
There's a whole park here. Now they see a camera and say, you know what? Let me just throw the ball over here.
But you know what it
Pretend
is?
like I'm going to kick ball. I would do that.
Yeah, but then Chuck, you know what happens?
Go on.
Then the kid get kidnapped. I don't even know how. We were just in the park all together. The kid is clean over in a park where it says Nabada put the football. Look, the kid's jumping through the net and
Anyways,
Anywho,
whatless parenting brought to you by West London. Anyway, as I
don't
was
do
saying,
that.
Don't do that.
huh?
Don't do that.
I didn't do it. They did it. It's still over there.
They're just having fun, bro.
Okay. Okay.
Anyways.
Doesn't look safe. to me.
Anyway.
Anyway. So now on the Friday, we're gonna go with that 100%.
North London.
North London set. On Saturday, but it's led by Boy Better Know.
Okay.
Saturday we have an Atlanta set, led by
The past. The present.
Future. Come on, my brother. And then Sunday
Code.
we have a dancehall set, led by Vibes, but he has to phone Beanie Man. Beanie Man has to come on stage, drop the ego, and it becomes a joint headline between Vibes and Beanie. But Beanie has to drop the ego, and he has to say, Vibes, you know what? You might be the king. I can be the godfather of dancehall.
Beanie Man will say he wants his name in the same text, the same font as Vibes Cartel on this lineup.
He's the godfather now. He needs to understand that as the godfather, you take a bit much more of an elder role. And you leave it to the people that have been in prison for so long that when they come out, it's crazy.
You know what? I may change my Sunday to having Vibes Cartel and Movado
Oh my God.
as a headline.
That's crazy now.
Yeah.
That's
back
crazy.
to back vibe. Next one. Give just three more because I got a scare.
Alright.
Oh, you gotta go?
Yeah, I
I'm
gotta
so
go
sorry,
for
my
Halo.
brother.
When is the HCPOD tour from Faria 90?
Ask Poe. He's the organizer now. he's the one who did it.
Do you know what? If you want me to organise a live show date for HC this year, I can do it.
Really?
I'm leaving it
100%.
up to you.
100%. You tell me what month we want to do it in. If we're saying we're going to go for November,
If we did do it, it would have to be in November.
I'll activate from today. I'll stay in regular conversation with you. You've got a team of
I
people
will.
that can set it
I
up.
will leave that down to you. And whatever you need, you let me know.
Yeah, I'm good for that.
Perfect.
I'm good for that. No
Poet's
problem.
an event organizer now to blouse and frock.
Let's just make all the
What?
money man, and go home.
Here's a cute
Promoter Poe.
Here's a cute one from Reese Smiley. Yeah.
Go on.
What's something you admire in each other and something you would unburden the other of?
Oh.
First of all, can I just say that is an absolutely incredible
Big
question.
up Reese Smiley for that one.
What's the one thing I admire about Chuckie? How warm he is. Chuckie's one of the warmest people I know. Like, he has a very, very, very warm aura that makes you feel extremely comfortable without even knowing him. And he has the ability, irrespective of who you are, to make you feel so special in that moment. And I think those are very, very important qualities when you have a job like this, because even in the midst of everything, I've seen Chuckie just say to somebody, look, sorry, just give me 1 second. And the way in which he speaks to him, with the type of pressure he's under, is two different worlds. So I sometimes wish I could have that. And what would I take away from him?
What would you unburden of him? Yeah.
A couple of his jobs in certain places.
I really majorly admire how much Poet is for his people. I think that if a lot of people had 20% of what he has in that aspect, we would live in in a much better place. 100%. I think that like so much of what Poet does is based upon it being for people and not for himself. and there's been many of times, yeah, where
Got a visitor here. Where's your parents? You should go to your parents. We are strangers. Good boy.
that's for people.
You get it?
That's being for the people. Big man, like I know I'm good. I know I'm cool, and I know you're cute, but you don't know me. I might not be cool, and I might see you. I might see your cuteness as something different.
Or somebody
So-
else will.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Don't
what I'm
get
saying.
comfy.
But yeah, no, in a nutshell, like I just think there's so many times when I've been around Perk for such a long time, and there's been so much times where he could have just done stuff for himself, but he's not. And you know what? And I've said this to you before, but I will always say this to the end of time. There was a time when we started doing the pod, Poet had a time where his life was changing. There was so much going on, especially within the football world and all of that type of stuff, yeah? And in the times where Poet was just scorching hot, all bare times, you just put a spotlight on me.
Yeah.
Bare times, you just put a spotlight on me. And I'm so grateful for that. And every once in a while, I always mention it to you, but like, brother, like, there was nothing happening for me.
No, don't say that. That's not the case, man.
Bro, there wasn't. I wasn't as transparent back them times there because I was already going through it. I was going through it. I talk about it a lot now because time has gone by, and obviously with friends we talk, innit? But there was just a lot of times where you did a lot of things for not just me, but for people when you didn't need to do that. So for me, that is the thing that I admire the most. The thing that I would take away,
There's a bag of things, but where do you start?
the thing that I would unburden you with is, I believe sometimes the perception that some people have of you, I would take that away. Because even though I know that the love is a lot more louder, I think there's so much stuff that you do, again, especially behind the scenes. It's sometimes when people say some of the things that they say, I just think you're so cheeky. You're so rude. And I don't know how, I know that a lot of the time you just kind of crack on, you get on with it, you got thick skin. But ultimately, at the end of the day, you're only human and you take on a lot of stuff. And I think if I could somehow take a percentage of that away, I would. Today, I would.
You're a real nigga, man. That's all I know. You are a real brother, fam.
Last one.
Real brother.
Go on, bro.
It's outrageous.
Go on.
If somebody is attracted to a little person, brackets dwarf, should we take them in for questioning?
That's an important question.
No. Because I'm a little person.
So wait, would I be the person being taken in for questioning? Flipping hell.
That was
What
from
a question.
Kevin Kando.
Go on, you just want to fling one more in?
One more.
Go on. You got any howlers? Are you doing it?
Yeah. Those are some great hours. I'll send them over to you, right? Yeah.
Cool. I mean, just you read them out and I put them on screen, innit?
Yeah. But one more question,
One
though.
more
The people
question.
are important.
How do you guys perceive the podcast space right now? Is the market too oversaturated? That's from ICO22.
I think that's an old question, if you ask me. I think that, for a long time there's been an element of oversaturation, but that's because I think some people just think it's really easy. The thing is, though, with that, a lot of people try it, but so many of them end up just not being here after a period of time. So ultimately, in my mind, I can say that there's an oversaturation, but it's only based upon the fact that there's always loads of new ones, which isn't bad, but it is, because it's like these lot come and then they do 10 and then they leave, then there's another 10 and then they leave, and then there's another 10, and it always fills up the pot. It always fills up the pot. So it's like this pot is forever moving, but then there's the core that's always still there. Do you know what I mean?
I reckon if you're a new podcaster, it's pretty bad. At least when me and Chuckie started it, it wasn't as prominent. So if there's like 5 podcasts that everyone's watching and everyone loves podcasts and there's only 5 to compete with, then it's all right. Now there's 572,000 podcasts. It makes it
they're all
more
new.
difficult.
Courtesy
They're all
of
new.
Dan.
Every day there's a new podcast. And most importantly, what Chuckie said is, they think it's very easy. There's no respect for the art form that is happening within it. They just believe that a lot of people believe being part of a podcast is just to say things that you want to say and it's all about you. And the disregard of it being a service for a community, once that happens, your podcast will fail. You have to provide a service for someone. And if that's not what you're doing, then you're not built to make a podcast. Mm-hmm. Just make a WhatsApp group. It's good.
All right, go on, fling in a...
Yeah, because you got to go. I do apologise. Talking about partying, Rashford has partied from Manchester United. He's gone to Barcelona. And I think the good thing about Marcus Rashford is now having very open, honest conversations.
He is.
And one conversation he had, please check out the pod. He said this to Gary Lineker.
You think sometimes you get unfairly criticised because of who you are and what you've done, not necessarily on the pitch. But I always thought, because I'm a massive supporter of what you did. I mean, I think pretty much everyone. It was incredible what you did. You shifted government policy and all that sort of stuff. It was remarkable. Always my fear was that the minute he has a bad spell, they'll blame that. Obviously, I'm saying this is because I feel it a little bit. But I think some of the times the criticism for you might go on a night out. You might go out in an outfit, a certain outfit, and that will be criticised. I don't think that would be criticised if that was a white player.
Gary Lineker basically saying that Mr. Marcus Rashford would get away with a lot more in the English public if he was a white player. So the howler to me, for me, has to go to British media. Gary Lineker is one of the best broadcasters we've had in this country ever, as well as one of the greatest footballers I've seen. Great goal scorer. The fact that he can no longer do what he does from a place of where he is upsets me purely because that question can never be asked on a huger platform. It's just going to be asked on Gary's platform, which is still a huge platform. But I think it's such an important question. Why have we waited? And it's not so much HCPOD. One thing that someone left a comment last week I really like is we actually don't shy away from anything. We don't mind having conversations about things. But now we want to discuss whether the issue in big media is because he's black when he has gone to Barcelona. I just think it's a bit of a howler for me. I want that conversation to be had at a much quicker rate, at the time of the activation, and most importantly on the biggest platform so we can get the message to the people that are making it uncomfortable. What do you reckon, Chucks?
I'm with you, 100%.
That's all I think about that. All love to everyone though. We're not here for no hate. We're in the sun. We're not in the sun. We're just outside. Now the next one is one thing I don't like to do.
Beating to me.
Is brother, I don't like stereotypes. For example, when people go, black guy in the hood, you better hide your phone. Or when you're like, mixed race girl buff, I bet you she washed her dishes. I don't like those stereotypes. I also don't like when you go Asian man, or I bet you he's eating dog. Well, the reason why I don't like that stereotype
Chinese.
is because a lot of us might have eaten dog.
Sorry.
What's that again?
It's Chinese that didn't they say that?
No, it's actually part of Asia. So in Vietnam they eat dog. In South China they eat dog. There's a couple places in Asia they
the
actually
Chinese,
eat dog.
they say they eat cat.
No, they eat cat as well in
Right.
these places as well. So
Okay.
part of Asia, obviously China's just really big. So if they say they do it, it's probably going to be a little bit louder than like somewhere else. But there is a space in London. London Vietnamese restaurant closed after health inspectors find dog meat labelled as goat in freezer. So I started thinking to myself,
no.
what? Like, that's not fair. That's not fair. Like, you lot need to stop. I don't want to have the opportunity to play off this stereotype. But I've never, ever, ever gone to Desmond's house. He's flipping, I don't know, XL Bully's gone missing. We've gone to the Caribbean shop and all of a sudden he's got curry goat on the menu. We're like, I might as well try that now. It's never happened to me before. So what I'm asking this young Vietnamese guy to do is to no longer put dog on the menu. In this country at one point, we were eating beef burgers that were horse. I just want to know what I want to eat. I'm not a kid no more. In Tottenham, there's a place called Equibanks, Ghanaian restaurant. They used to have meat and rice. You need to tell me what the meat is.
Yeah.
You can't just tell me meat and then I meet you there and we eat it.
I want to know what's in the meat. I want to know what's going inside me. So people,
Why?
please, let's start telling
Yeah.
the truth. Okay, through the massive why as well. I just want to know what I'm eating.
Agreed.
If I'm eating shit, let me know. I still might eat it.
Yeah.
Do you know how much nonsense I drink? Sexually, I'm joking. Just in the, alcohol-wise, I drink a lot of nonsense, but I know what it is. I just feel like if I go to a Vietnamese restaurant and I ask for dog, give it to me. If I don't, just give me the goat. Am I wrong, Chuckie?
100%.
Curry dog.
Huh?
Curry dog.
Curry dog.
I said curry
That's
cane corso.
crazy.
That's mad.
Yeah. The problem more so is just tell me what it is so I can make an informed decision. That's it.
They've been
That's
saying
what I
that
did when it came to eating Penang bread.
Thank you. You just want to know, no?
I just want to know. Exactly. That's yours? It's clean? All right then, I'm attracted.
So yeah, I just want to know what I'm getting myself into, man. And if it doesn't look good to me, like certain vaginas, when it looks like a burger, I'm not gonna eat that. I'll just go McDonald's. I like the one that looks clean and nice and neat. So yeah, as for goat from Vietnamese places, just please don't sell me an Alsatian.
Strongly. All right, before we leave, should we get another one of these? Like when done forwards.
There's bare space.
All right.
There's bare space. Shout out to Neo, released his album today.
Oh, did he, yeah?
Yeah, man. Shout out to
Big
Neo,
up the
man.
Neo, man.
His campaign, I like the fact that his campaign's been really,
Yeah,
really,
it's been
really
solid.
good. He's had to think a lot. He was thinking so much about social media. He kept phoning me, Poe, what can I do? I thought the campaign was very, very, very good. And yeah, we shot a video for him as well. So
Cold.
Vibba. So yeah, man, check out that album today.
Cold. Actually, also while we're here as well, Sasha Keeble's project, absolutely sensational
It's
stuff.
incredible.
So good.
Well done,
Like
Sasha.
some of the stuff on there is so well written. Like it's good to see her having her moment, man. Definitely. That project is called Act. Yeah, if that's your type of thing, you will really enjoy that. So yeah, big up Sasha Keeble.
Big up by Beyonce, innit?
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Big up by Beyonce. Big up EA Sports as well, man.
Big up
They came in
EA,
early,
man. Come on,
Set it
man.
all up. Shout out to you, EA Sports. But anyway, Sunday, Annex, make sure before if you're not
I ain't finished yet.
because you haven't got a ticket, just go down to Shoreditch, watch the football with me. Because I'm going to go, and then I can tell you about me going Chucky's afterwards and you can't come.
all right, one love.
Yeah, because obviously they just keep thinking that we just don't like you.
That's all right, man.
You know what I mean? They're saying, yo, man, you lot are talking to EA like he's a boss, yo.
Yeah.
And do you know what I say? Because he is.
No, that's crazy.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I don't really
And
like-
sometimes
yeah.
in this life, you have to just embrace your pussiolism.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I mean, for me, I have to work with Jamaicans, so it's tough. It's tough working with Jamaicans because you guys just, you know what I'm saying?
As an Eritrean man, I can't say nothing to you.
Yeah.
Rastafari's Ethiopia, Ali Selassie. One day we should unpack it.
But
He's not gonna love
when
that.
I tell you go unpack that one,
He's not going to love that.
No, you
We
won't
gotta-
love it.
Yeah,
We're
I know,
not
but,
gonna love it, bro.
yeah, but you're
You won't
definitely...
love it.
I know, but...
I already know the history.
Yeah, but you
you're
don't
not-
love it.
Huh?
I said exactly. That's what I'm saying. You don't love that.
Don't love what?
You don't
When
love
you
the
say,
history
see, when you say Haile Selassie and that, he's not loving that.
at all.
Right.
Yeah. My great granddad's not loving it.
Yeah, I
Trust
hear
me,
it.
I'm here for the education.
Big
We're
up
here to do
Sizzler.
the right
Big
thing.
up Sizzler, though. Can we do that? Let's big up Sizzler.
And Buju?
I understand that.
And Capleton and them, man, there.
I can't really be mad at it.
Yeah, 'cause-
I understand the history in that. The rains came.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Because this is the thing. They was on a thing of look to the east for a coming of a black king. That was their thing.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? A man popped up and they said it's him.
yeah.
And then just run with it.
I went Montego Bay. Could have been me. Could have been me if they waited.
All right, listen. Until next time, yeah?
Love.
All right, hey, we got to be outside in the cold one day, though. It's all fun and games when the sun's
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
Yeah? We got to be outside in November.
Do you know why I love Chuckie? I love Chuckie because his cuteness is probably just doing this and other stuff. He's completely forgotten myself and Vuj were outside for 2.5 years. God bless everyone. We've done everything there is to do online.